Best things in life don't always have to cost a fortune. I mean, yes, you could shop at M&S, for instance, but cheaper options are available. And yes, you could spend a fortune financing a brand new executive car, or you could have something like this for 300 quid. And I'm serious, this 4.3 litre V8 Luxo barge was bought with money you could withdraw from a cash box. Now, of course, I'm not advising that everybody goes out and spends pocket change on a prestige car. Cars like this are going to use a lot more fuel than something like your average diesel Focus. However, while it might use more fuel, your diesel Focus is going to cost more to buy. It's probably going to cost more to insure than something like this will on a classic policy. It is going to ride as well. This is a classic you can use over winter without really worrying about what's going to happen to it. It's comfortable, it will do the everyday job, and then when the weather comes out in spring and summer, use your Stag, use your MGB. It means that you don't have to succumb to a life of automotive blandness or dullness by getting into something like a leased A-Class or a leased Astra. It means you can enjoy every journey, not just the ones that you make with the roof down. And the best bit of all, if something big goes wrong on a car when it costs as little as this does, you throw it away, you buy another one, you start the process again. Launched in 1995, the W210 served as a replacement for Mercedes' ever-popular W124 E-Class, a car which, with its hewn-from-granite build quality and its traditional, slightly numb-feeling steering box, was seen by many as the last proper Mercedes E-Class. And I can understand why people wouldn't necessarily think that of this. It has those big, gloopy eyes up at the front. It has some plastics that feel, for instance with the glove box, a little bit low rent. But really, by the time that you're paying this sort of money for one, who cares? And for those of you that are arguing that 4.3 litre V8 really is too punitive for everyday use, firstly, on a run I can still get over 30 to the gallon. Secondly, there's a choice of 4-cylinder petrol and diesel engines, a very good 5-cylinder 3-litre diesel, and a selection of straight-in V6s if you really don't want to have to deal with the thirst. If you want to spend somewhere in the region of £5,000 or so, you could go for even more power. You could get an E55 AMG. But with cars like this still available for under £1,000, if you're looking for something for everyday use, why bother? It would be folly to suggest that you could run a car like this, as cheaply as this, without any issues whatsoever. The headlamp lenses, for instance, went opaque, as is fairly common on cars of this age, but a little session with some G3 and some wet and dry paper cured that one. I lost main beam. I replaced the stalk. I replaced the ECU. I eventually traced the culprit as this, the headlamp switch. I'm not going to pretend that you can get this right every single time. When it came to the Jaguar that I bought for our cheap car challenge, for instance, I fell prey to the biggest risk of buying cars of this calibre for this money. I bought something that hadn't been looked after and that was a bit of a nail, as was proved when the rear end collapsed going over a speed hump. But with this Mercedes, I think I've redeemed myself a little bit. Everything on it works, it's relatively cheap to run, and frankly, having fun. Why buy a Mondeo? Why not enjoy yourself? So you heard it here first. For just 1 month's finance on a Vauxhall Mocha X, you too could be driving your very own Luxo barge. But keep it a secret, there's only so many of these things left. Keep them cheap.